So this is a deck we've been talking about for a while. We started playing it on stream, I think like last Saturday in between rounds. We were 2-1, and I ended up calling it. But I want to get a full league done on stream. So we've already trophied with a green-red all-OB1 deck. We were like 11-4 with it on the day. But I think that this is likely going to be the better shell. At least in my limited testing, I've liked this version more than the green-red shell. And so this is all OB1 combo in the mono-red Obosh deck. And like I was saying this when we were playing the deck the other day, but one thing that's cool about this list is that it might look like, you know, all these, you have the 5-drops in your mono-red deck. It's going to be forever till you cast those, but you actually have like a deceptive amount of ramp between Ragavan, Fable, and Chandra Dress to Kill. You have 10 spells that can accelerate you into all B1. But this deck is also like slow and grindy anyways. And it's just okay to, I think, buy your time, play like a slow grindy game, and have access to this like Splinter Twin style combo deck. I think more so than the green-red deck, more so than any other all B1 deck I've played, this has really felt like a Splinter Twin deck where you're playing a good, fair mid-range deck, and you just have this 2-card infinite combo. It's also like really, really easy to enable the combo this deck between Blast Zone and all the burn spells. Blast Zone and all the burn spells. You get Obosh as a companion. Obosh is really broken. I think another cool thing about the combo is like you can, on any given game, you can be as in on it as you need to be, because you have 4 Fable, 4 Seasoned Pyromancer, 4 Fury. It's just really easy to like pitch the cards when you don't need them, and then dig for them when you do need them. Alright. I'm pretty happy about the list. I also found that like all OB1 plus Blast Zone in the late game is just like a bunch of damage every single turn. Is Valak Awakening too much into the combo? I think it's just too many 3-drops. Like you have the Obosh problem of having too many 3s. And like you already want, like Spikefield Hazard is already like really premium in combination with the combo and Obosh, and like, you know, and like another thing that like I didn't really understand about Spikefield Hazard in the past, and like why it's so good in Obosh, is because you have no 2-drops. You have no 2-drops, so if you're playing it tapped on turn 2, it's just really easy to go 1-drop on turn 1, 1-drop on turn 2, tap Spikefield Hazard. And it's also like, of course, good to be able to cast it on turn 1 and answer Ragavan more often. And so, but like just a tap land on turn 2 doesn't cost you that much. And so like, so obviously like Valak Awakening has a similar dynamic, but Spikefield Hazard lowers the curve, starts the all OB1 combo. I think I'd prefer to play the hazards, but you could do a split also. Neither the combo. Yeah, sorry. I guess I played this a bunch, so I didn't go over the combo too much. But we can just missed it. All OB1 says whenever a counter is put on a permanent you control, you can deal a damage to any target. And then Quest for Pure Flame says whenever you deal damage, put a counter on it. So if you have these 2 enchantments in play and you put a counter on anything, so like with Chandra or Blast Zone or Fable, or you do a damage, it's infinite damage. And so it's a 2. It's kind of like a 2.5 card, 6 mana infinite combo, but like, you know, the whole rest of your deck starts the combo too, just kind of incidentally in this archetype. So again, we started playing this deck in between rounds of the challenge last week, and then we 0-2'd the challenge. So I think maybe we played 4 matches, maybe we were 3-1. I can't remember. Okay, Gemstone Caverns, Exile, Giver of Runes. We're up against a Mad Lad. See about Nykthos? Yeah, the problem with Nykthos is it's bad in Modern. Just like permanents don't stay on the battlefield in this format, and Nykthos like never taps for devotion in these kind of decks. But beside it being bad, it could be good. I think I want to bolt. What in the world are they doing over there also? So I'd love to draw a land and go Chandra plus Seal. I guess they're just taxes with Gemstone Caverns. Oh, they're Hammer. They're Hammer with Gemstone Caverns and Portable Hole. I think I'm actually scared enough of Cauldron to kill this. Oh, if they didn't have Cauldron then, they're definitely going to have it now. Okay, well, they grabbed Hammer. I mean, they're playing some non-typical cards, but I feel like they'll definitely be on Caldra. I think we're on 24 lands, including the MDFCs, so kind of a bummer to miss on our land drops here. Yeah, but maybe they just don't on Caldra. They have the Hammer, though. We are playing 4 Blast Zone in the deck, which is kind of interesting. So if we draw a land, we can get like Chandra or Seasoned Pyromancer, discard like Chandra Blood Moon or Chandra, chump block for a while, and then try to find Blast Zone. Perfect. Could not have even dreamed of a more perfect series of events. I think I'll discard the Blood Moon. Could regret it if they top deck a Saga, but I don't really want a Blood Moon so much with the Blast Zone plan. No Pirate Spellbomb deck? Yeah, you have read the deck list correctly. There are no Pirate Spellbombs. You have 4 Blast Zone in the main as answers to Sanctifier, and you also have 4 Shattering Spree. Okay, so that Ornithopter can hit me with a Hammer next turn if I don't draw a land. They have Shadow Spear? I guess it would make sense for them to have Shadow Spear. I didn't play around it, huh? Yeah, I guess I should have just blocked with a Spyro. We weren't drawing the untapped land anyways. Okay, so I think in this matchup my plan was this. I guess Magus is still better than Blood Moon. Against Hammer. I think going 2 moons. 2 moon effects and Magus is the best one. Yeah, with the 4 Blast Zone and 4 Shattering Spree, 4 Fury, Yellow Burn, not the worst matchup. The combo is actually kind of nice too post board, especially where boards can get kind of stalled because they also board into a slower deck usually. So I think I like trimming on the combo though. Sunchild, 17 months. Okay, thank you. Can't mulligan. Turn 1 Ragavan, double Spree in hand. Just too good, I think. Yeah, I really need the mana, and I have 3 Sprees in the hand, so I'm gonna attack, funny enough. I think I cast Springleaf Drum if I saw a Springleaf Drum. Okay, hopefully we've just sniped that from the top of their library. They don't already have another one in their hand. But it's modern. They just always have a million Sanctifiers. Okay, so the issue now with bolting the Stoneforge Mystic is we're dead to the Inkmoth Nexus. Okay, but now we have Seal of Fire. What's cool about Seal of Fire is we just only have to use the mana on it once and it just sits in place. Seal of Fire is really good against Hammer. Oh. Well, I don't think I can pass up on the chance to remove the Sigardizade. Thank you, Ragavan. Sorry for all the Lucy barking that's been going on lately. She just says, like, you know, Pitbull brain. She's just a crazy dog. Alright, never not get got by this card. Short 15 months, okay, thank you. Well, Lucy has a camera, but she usually likes to spend her days with Esther, too, because I just sit and stare at a screen instead of give her any attention. But Esther's going back to work next week, so maybe we'll have more Lucy. So their hand is Hammer, mystery card here. So we're dead to another Hammer, which is bad. Magus is good. I don't think I'm going to Shattering Spree right now. This is a good draw. It's also hard for them, even if they have a second hammer, it's hard for them to commit into the Seal of Fire plus 2 open mana in this matchup. That being said, it doesn't stop all of my hammer opponents from just like doing it anyways. Okay, that seems like they're not going for it. Last time we were in my spot, my opponent had no fear. The problem is though, I can't tap out for Magus. I can't tap out for Magus because then they just double hammer on the Stoneforge. I think we're actually pretty dead. Kind of a rough day, honestly. They have to like really respect the lightning bolt here. Funny. Yep. Dead. Can keep this on the draw. What if we played a Gemstone Caverns in this deck? Okay, they mulled to 6. Okay, up against Yawgmoth probably. Nice to have, you know, 4 fewer in your deck. Nice to have Bolt for the Bird. Hopefully you don't just get stuck on 2 lands again. I think 24 lands is the right number. It's tough. You have a lot of like filterers. You have Ragavan. You have 24 lands. So what we pick up here though? Land, alright. Hide the Blast Zone for now. They might get got by Blood Moon this game, we'll see. Spikefield Hazard actually really good against Young Wolf, huh? Not that it's in our hand. Yeah, definitely a hit or miss card against Yawgmoth, but it looks like it could definitely hit here. Let's see what their follow-up is. Hard for them to have too many bad options here with 3 cards in their hand. Evolution, the Young Wolf, so almost definitely into Grist, which will be really good here, but looks like them playing the Blood Moon, the Besage is also really good, so now they're not able to have that for the Blood Moon necessarily. And I guess the biggest issue is Court of Calling still being pretty live. Okay, I'm really surprised they're not just immediately getting Grist. They got Strangled, guys. Okay, so they're planning to combo. Fury would be an awesome draw. I'm going to Blood Moon them, though. So the only way they can Yawgmoth is going Swamp Yawgmoth or any land plus Court of Calling. So they have to have, like, 2 cards that let them Yawgmoth here. I guess they could go Forest, Evolution. But again, they only have 2 cards, and it has to be, like, a perfect combo. They have Swamp. They have Yawgmoth. This has been a day, chat. this has been a day. I'll play like Third Moon 2 Relics. I'm doing alright, Kui. I'm doing alright. I haven't seen the movie Sanderson, though. It honestly looked so boring. I saw the trailer for it. I'm sure it's really artsy and nice, but boy, did the trailer for that movie look like it made it look really, really boring. Yeah, maybe Gala. Yeah, no Dark Souls today either. My controller's still broken. I ordered a new one yesterday. It hasn't come in yet. I guess I can double check. Yeah, I'm sure the movie's fine if you're asking about it. I'm sure it's not boring, but I do remember I watched the trailer and it just made me like incredibly uninterested in watching it. So maybe I'll get around to it at some point. What am being wrong with my mic? My cord is kind of screwed. I didn't get a new one, but it's holding up for now. I need to get a new one. Okay, we can keep this. We can keep this. Good chance they have to take the Blood Moon. Yeah, I have seen the mono white deck that's doing well in the leagues. We actually played against it for our trophy match yesterday with Calibrated Blast, and I was really scared of Nourishing Shoal. My general impression of that deck, my first glance, and this could just be wrong, is that the Nourishing Shoal package of Emeria plus Chancellor, or at least just Emeria, is kind of nice. But there's like a really solid chance that you're supposed to play Solitude over Chancellor, because that's a card that actually has like any effect on the game. And then like it's also possible that you're supposed to be playing like a completely different shell with the cards. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that Humans exactly is the best shell for this package. It probably is good or good enough, but I was kind of thinking about maybe trying it in the. I guess I want to bolt this so we can make them take a damage to the peatland to target the relic, and then we can stop have them not might my Fable. Wow. Chancellor has been nutty revealed in my experience. My experience seeing it in action and playing against it is that it's been like really unimpactful and weak, but it could be better than I think, and it can be worse than you think. It's probably somewhere in between. Shining Shoal, I thought Solitude was already in the deck. I think I saw a lot of lists that didn't have Solitude in it, or maybe I'm just misremembering, but my impression is that I saw lists that weren't playing Solitude. Oh yeah, Shining Shoal, not Nourishing Shoal. Right. Yeah, so I think it could be a good option for the Helion deck. I think that's something I'm kind of interested in, is trying it there. I don't know. So like I'll say this, as far as the like the Chancellor goes, I feel like it gets some equity in Modern, because like I think probably like 60% of the time your opponent didn't realize you revealed the Chancellor. like I think that there's like some psychological thing where people are used to seeing Companion reveal game 1, immediately deleting the Companion from their memory that it got revealed, and then just moving on with their day. I'd say like probably over 50% of the time that your opponent is playing into Chancellor, they're doing so because they didn't realize you revealed it. For Solitude's main, okay, yeah, maybe I'm just misremembering. I mean, I think the Solitude's main are really good. One thing is like I don't know that you need the Chancellors. The Chancellor is like a horrible card, I think, and obviously like it does pitch to Solitude and Shoal, so like maybe it's better than I think. And like I don't know, I also kind of want to get Force of Virtue into the deck. I just also love Force of Virtue. I could be wrong, but Force of Virtue plus Esper Sentinel is something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to play a Force of Virtue Esper Sentinel deck, so this could be a good shell for that. Package. I don't know. Kind of want him A Moon on the draw. 3 is probably an okay number. Yeah, so again, like this is a good draft. This may be the best version, but my main thought is that there is also maybe like a different shell for this package of cards. Can you Snapcaster Shining Shoal? I think no, right? Because it's an alternate casting cost. Yeah, that'd be fun though. That question scares me. Yeah, maybe it should. I haven't drawn a Fury yet. Also a human. Now we're cooking. I don't know. I shouldn't even say this, but I've been itching to cast a Snapcaster again. I know that's a dangerous thing to say on stream, but it is true. So I would love to Spikefield Hazard the Young Wolf, but think we need this as a land. Fury, 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 fury. Can I draw a fury? Magic, think of a Twitch Prime. Appreciate you. Oh no, I pitched the combo. That's okay. I would usually recommend boarding out Dryad Arbor against these kind of decks. Alright, maybe our luck is turning in our favor, huh? Doesn't all will be one work with Surge Node? I mean, they have synergy together for sure. It's not like a huge combo though. It's like 1 damage when you tap Surge Node. Oh, Surge Node, the 1 drop, the 1 mana like 6 counters. I was thinking of a power conduit for some reason. Yeah, that's 1 mana 6 damage in Modern. With all you need is a 5 mana enchantment, and then you don't have to play it in Holy Heat. Yeah, this could be interesting in a Dice Factory shell though. I've like very briefly thought about it. I don't know. Could be fun. I'll make a sticky note to like again I've only really briefly thought about it, but I'll go ahead and just sticky note. All will be Dice Factory. We get a Haywire Might here. I get to kill the Might with the Fable if they don't have a green source. Oh no, they do have a green source. The Wall of Roots. Or by Ramming Up Ruins. In my trade binder, I guess. You could play them. They're probably correct to play. I know, I just have all mountains. I just know, like, I remember, like, the last time I played Ramming Up Ruins, I drew 2 of them and lost to burn. I was like, fuck this card. But it's probably correct. I want to play an 8 key. I know it would be a meme. Well, yeah, it would just be a different deck than 8 key, right? You would be using the Dice Factory package, and you're playing it with all will be one combo, and like maybe like Ren and 6 Urza Saga 2 instead of like the Karn Scepter combo. Yeah, I'll just keep the quest. I'll just keep the quest, and then I'll draw 2 cards. One thing I didn't really even mention this, but one nice thing about like this card is like a bit more online by itself. It's still obviously like kind of like a wacky limited card to some extent, but it has more text here than it has in previous shells we've played. Do you have Endurance? Chord of Calling for 2. So if this is a Stranglegeist, we'll just hazard that. What else could it be? A Wall of Roots? Wall number 2 would actually make a lot of sense. You get the Geist though. What a blowout. Get to trigger the quest. Yeah, after game 1, my opponent had Swamp Yawgmoth as their 2 cards. So I don't feel too bad. I feel good even. I would go as far as to say I'm feeling good. Not hold the mountain for Fable. With me about to assemble Fable plus Seasoned Pyromancer, I think it's much better to play the mountain. Also lets me draw a land in Obosh. Somebody please ask me about their pet card now. It's just why is it I only get asked about pet cards when I'm playing the game and not when my opponent is, you know, tanking with no decisions. And I have no decisions and nothing to talk about. Somebody please ask me about Snapcaster Mage. But yesterday we were playing for the trophy. I would just glance at chat and it was like in the most like tense and like the most tense like high stakes moment of the trophy match. The chat was just full of the most obscure off-ball random questions you could possibly think of. It was just full of nonsense. in the middle of like I just it was so funny. Mage Ring Bully, yeah, just powered that out with Tron. I love Undaunted Vanguard. Thank you. All the questions, something to talk about. What do I like about the new Malera? I like that it makes you better against Inkmoth Nexus. Demon Lich ever making a comeback? Yeah. Maybe. It's probably not that bad right now, honestly. Oh boy. Yeah, we had the good yeah, we had a conversation about Dermotax yesterday. That was great. And yeah, I don't like the Malera as a green and white card. Alright, we finally got... Like, I guess my opponent has Court of Calling. I just, like, how is this taking so long? Court... I guess they're courting for... Oh, hold on. I think... Wait, the Wall of Roots bug. Oh, no, they're getting Wall of Roots bugged. Cancer, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well today. I think my opponent is currently getting Wall of Roots bugged, where they can't court for 4 here because they have a wall at 1 counter. Are there any creatures commonly found in modern decks that I think I could beat in a fight? I could definitely beat a Prosperous Innkeeper. I would probably lose to Wall of Roots. I could beat up Haywire Might for sure. If I have an Axe, I'm beating Dryad Arbor. If not, I'm probably taking the Owl. I might lose to Ragavan. That'd be close. I'd probably lose to Noble Hierarch. Noble Hierarch looks pretty, like, you know, muscular. I'm kind of out of shape. Haywire Might is 2 meters tall. No. No, look, the flavor text. They're easy enough to squish. They're a pain to wash out in a workbench. See, we have lore, we have evidence to support our claim. That was the best question we've ever had. Alright, so we can go Chandra, tick up for damage, turn on Quest for Pure Flame, click yes, kill the Endurance with the Seal of Fire maybe, although this also deals them 8, right? Because we have double. Sorry. Innocent Blood is one of the few like legacy only cards that I would really like added to Modern. I think it'd be an awesome upgrade. I think that Black in general could use an upgrade in this format, and boy do I like that one. I think I just like getting the seal down. Not definitively not Dark Ritual. If I could go on a platonic dinner date with 1 magic card, which would I pick? Murder, maybe. Gamekeeper goes well with Innocent Blood. That's like the 4-mana 2/2. When it dies, you like put a creature into play. I'm okay with trading this for a counter. That one would probably be fine. I'd have a hard time imagining it would be like ridiculously good, especially because it gets hosed by like Leyline Rest in Peace, Grafdigger's Cage. You know, we have this. Oh, they're main decking Blood Moon. That's good for me. Although, you know, they just bend it. We have this conversation a lot sometimes, right? Like, well, what cards should be added to this format? But like the reality is, like, there are a lot of cards like Gamekeeper that I think would be fine, but like there's very few cards I think would be, you know, actively good. And I think Innocent Blood is like I got like kind of like convinced or Jedi mind tricked into Gerard's verdict. Everyone was so sure Gerard's verdict would be added, and I kind of got on the hype train a little bit, but I can't even remember why. Might have a second Ragavan if they're dashing into the Seal of Fire. Oh, whoops. Glad I didn't just accidentally Seasoned Pyromancer token. What type of decks are mana dorks playable in You Spoken Lowly? I mean, I think the only deck that's good in Modern right now that should be playing mana dorks is Yawgmoth. And what's nice about mana dorks and Yawgmoth is that you can sack them for value if you top deck them in the late game. And of course, you're built around a 4-mana creature, so accelerating into it's important. 2-mana Grist is important. I don't think mana dorks are amazing in Devoted Druid. Besides, I mean, Devoted Druid isn't really a mana dork. I'd call it a combo piece. Yeah, elves, sure. Although honestly, like, you don't play that many. You play less mana dorks in elves than you do in Yawgmoth. Funny enough. I think that trying to bait a counterspell, which it does look like they have with the Obosh, is fine here. They obviously won't always take the bait because they might just have Unholy Heat. But I think there's a good enough chance that they use a counterspell on this. Hierarchs playable in humans. That's true, yeah. Yeah, no evens in the sideboard. Just all Obosh today. Discard second Blood Moon. So they might not have a counterspell. But they also might have one. This has been analyzing the game with Aspiring Spike. And then after further analysis, they had a counterspell. If this resolves, we can win. I guess we also have the Spikefield Hazard to win immediately, but we also just have the Blast Zone to win later. They only have 2 cards. They're sacking the Islet. If they play Murktide, we should be safe. I'm not like super against this dash. I think it's somewhat marginal. YOLO. I don't think we're in YOLO territory. They're really likely to have a counterspell. At the very least, this dash helps me play around Spell Pierce. Okay, one less counterspell in the deck is like pretty relevant info. Could also be good to play the Spikefield Hazard as a land. This will let me go 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I could even go all B1 plus activate Blast Zone next turn. Yeah, I think I'm also just going to set the Blast Zone to 2. But I could potentially combo by just playing this and putting a counter on the Blast Zone. So I don't think I need to hold this for the combo. And my hand is, you know, somewhat mana intensive. If they dash a Ragavan, I can't sack Blast Zone on 1. I could maybe Den of the Bugbear on defense. Counterspell's just way too likely still. But if they're leaving back the Ledger Shredder, they also like they just don't have a burn spell probably, right? So they might have to use a counterspell to Ragavan. Cool game for sure. Get some info. Thanks. Alexa, what's the worst card to see on the top of my opponent's library? Don't forget Obosh. Don't forget what? Obosh? Oh, I forgot to reveal it. One mana short of double all will be one. We played Chandra here. There's a chance they counter this. This game, more so than... This game has really felt like I'm playing Twin. It's just like... You're playing Twin against like the non-linear interactive deck, and you just have to like be very patient on going for your combo, and the threat of the combo is also very pronounced the entire time. Funny enough, the only card my opponent can have here to disrupt me is Blood Moon. But they've already discarded 2, so they have to be main decking 3. But also, the way today's been going... Okay, they tapped 3 red mana. Ledge and Murktide, kill them. Ledge and Murktide, kill them. Don't know what that means, but I'm just going to go ahead and win the game real quick. Oh, Borrower. I like that card. I just always forget even exists. Alright, so we're going to bring in our 4 relics. I cut 2 Blood Moon. I think 1 of each combo piece. That's been my sideboard plan. That was a really cool game. Someone Hayashi tried this but a little less red. Last I saw from Hayashi was playing Magma Spray and saying that Magma Spray was insane card advantage. So I don't know if he's tried this, but he'll get around to it eventually, I imagine. I can keep this on the draw against Murktide, I think. Don't want to mulligan too aggressively. Oh yeah, Magma Jet. Sorry, not Magma Spray, Magma Jet. Always get those 2 cards confused. Okay, hopefully they don't have a second bobble into Delirium to stop me from Spikefield hazarding. I think there were other even cost cards in the deck too. I can't remember. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I just wish Hayashi would like I don't know, he can do whatever he wants. I just would love to see him like really hammering out the best version of the deck instead of being like, look, I'm trying Magma Spray. I'm trying four Sokenzans. You know? I want to know what the best version. I want to be able to tune in and know what the best version is. But it's okay. You can do whatever he wants. Yeah, Hazard's really. I've been liking this card a lot more than I had in the past. Yeah, maybe the best version is just paywalled. Okay, cast the Relic. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna definitely hold this Blast Zone. The Blast Zone on 1 is looking pretty juicy. Okay, not gonna play the Quest for Pure Flame here. Do I even want to Seasoned Pyromancer? I guess so. I think this is just gonna get a counter spell, but that's okay. Okay, does resolve. Let's discard Mountain Blast Zone. Not really doing too much though. Could also like discard both combo pieces, I guess. Lightning Bolt the Pyro. Hopefully they don't hit anything too relevant with Ragavan. I'll try to catch back up with the Blast Zone. Yeah, we sided in the Relics. This is game 2. Discarding Blast Zone kind of telegraphs the second one. Yeah, that's true. Still think it was the right discard. I think I'm going to main phase the Blast Zone because I want my opponent to sack the Relic so they can't just slam a Murktide here. Maybe they just never do, but if their hand's bad, they're going to want the card. But also, like, they probably just never do anyways, and we just sack it. Do you think we'll ever see any more MDFC lands? Maybe. I think that, like, yeah, them helping decks like Belcher is kind of awkward, but it's not the end of the world. And I think that like the biggest issue with the MDFC lands is that the backside is lands and the front half is spells. I think that it would obviously be better in the context of modern for like Belcher Oopsal spells, and I think they would also look better in your deck because you usually play these cards as lands anyways, right? So we can't quite combo next turn because we don't have Seal of Fire. Let's go to game 3. So like there may be an issue. There may be some issue with that, but I think that they should be spells on the front half, or sorry, lands on the front half and spells on the back. And I think they will look better, and I think at least as far as Belcher Oopsal spells goes, they would play better. There may be some other issue though. Okay, yeah, issue with Rin and 6 for sure. Issue with Amulet, yeah. So maybe that's just like totally wrong. Maybe they should have 3 sides. Yeah. I haven't really put too much thought into it before. They'd be worse for pitch elementals. I mean, Rin and 6 is already... that card's not getting any better. It's already... It's already the best card ever, right? From a casual perspective, having land on the back makes more sense because there's almost no text on the land. Okay, yeah, that's a good argument too. Yeah, again, I didn't really put any thought to this before, so definitely feels like there are a lot of issues. Maybe I put a Captain Spell Snare against me. OG Kamagotha Flipstyle, yeah, maybe. Probably not resolving. Just gotta get those counter spells out of the hand. Bring back Adventure. Yeah, I thought Adventure was cool. One of like, and honestly, like the biggest issue with Adventure and Standard was like Bonecrusher Giant and Bloodsoaked Beast are like too pushed design wise, and then there's like the issue that like Innkeeper and Clover were like two like powerful payoffs for the mechanic. But overall, not the worst mechanic, right? It's just like what were they thinking with Bonecrusher Giants? There's a lot of cards in Throne of Eldraine. I want to keep the Seal of Fire in place to try to maybe combo with all Obi-Wan, by the way. There's obviously so many cards in Throne of Eldraine. You're just like, what were they thinking? Were they thinking? It's a pretty good draw. The biggest issue with land in front is you wouldn't hit them with Cascade. Yeah. I take it back. I take it all back. I retract my statement. Is Bonecrusher push? It seems rarely played. When I say pushed, I don't mean in the context of modern. It is fringe playable in modern, but in the context of standard, it was insanely too pushed. It's like ridiculous magic card in the context of standard, and like was a format warping, format defining card the entire single time. Was like a really negative impact to standard overall. Well, maybe we'll draw land, and maybe they won't have Spell Pierce. This is a good bitter, yeah, a bitter reunion in it. Let's just add bitter reunion and lose Obosh, no biggie. Maybe we should have Furied first. We have so many 1-drops though. Okay, didn't find it. Yeah, but it's just really bad if they let this resolve and then they counter the counter this, right? I guess if they don't find Delirium, then we can maybe keep the Chandra around. But maybe we're also just like happy enough that they've used 2 counter spells and yeah, I think I could maybe Seal of Fire again the Channeler if they don't have Delirium. But if they do just get Delirium, then I just want to maybe Slam this, right? So I think this is the card they kept on top. They graveyard Unholy Heat. Oh, so not kill the Seasoned Pyromancer, so Chandra lives. Yeah, let's do that. Even just like casting the All-Would-Be one if I miss on the lands is kind of valuable this next turn. Maybe they have a red removal spell, but you know, it's not the worst trade ever. They have 2 cards in their hand. They've already used 2 counter spells. Also, if we draw a land, we can use this as a combo starter if they like play Murktide. If their last 2 cards are Murktide Counterspell, you know, they did get a lot of selection with Double Consider Channeler, but they've also already used 2 counterspells, so I'm gonna hope that that's not the case. We could have played this game a little differently for sure. Okay, resolves. We're at 19. We have a bolt in our hand to start the combo. Gonna be hard to die at 19. Always so weird to see elementals on the Murktide side of the field. They have to kill my Chandra if they don't kill me. We have a lot of top decks that beat a top deck counterspell. Can red cards destroy enchantments? No, we have Blast Zone. Oh, we're talking about my opponent. No. Yeah, they can also have Otawara or Borrower, I guess. Yeah, Chandra Justico is really, really good in this archetype. I mean, it competes with a lot of 3-drops. It competes with Fable and Spyro, right? But it's good. I don't know why they shocked in Steam Vents, but Blast Zone's an awesome draw. If they're planning on bouncing here, then we just get to respond. Uncounterable too. Could this deck be tweaked and played in Pioneer? Well, the combo doesn't exist in Pioneer. Quest for Pure Flame is not a Pioneer legal card. What's my favorite food? My favorite food is being on an IV in the hospital, so you don't have to eat, and then you just get to play Magic all day instead. Was it a top deck? It was, but I did have a Lightning Bolt in my hand, so if you didn't have a counterspell, I still could have started the loop. And it's also like I have like a lot of other outs, like I have, you know, any burn spell, any Fable, Chandra, I'll get the loop going. Arid Mesa go. Turn 2, the worst turn with Obosh decks. Yeah, I was wondering why you shocked in the Steam Vents, because I was worried if you might have like Otawara or something. If you did, then the Blast Zone was like crazy blowout. How have the Dark Souls runs been going lately? Good and then bad, or good and then awkward. Where we were making a lot of progress, a lot of momentum. I'm now like getting through Ornstein and Smoke pretty consistently, or consistently enough, and I was really excited to keep the momentum going. But then my controller broke 2 days ago. 3 days ago, I think. Speak of Bonecrusher Giant, and I've just been it should come in tomorrow, so we can get back to it. But I wish I was able to keep that momentum going. Oh, whoops! I should have seal fired them. Busy rambling about Dark Souls as usual. I honestly really like my hand, so let's not put anything back. I think I'm going to make a mana and then dash Ragavan. Will there be a Dark Souls stream tomorrow? I'm not sure. So like tomorrow I had planned to work on my Channel Fireball stuff and like not stream a modern challenge. Okay, this is fine. I might stream something tomorrow, and like I need to get the Dark Souls runs back together, so I might do like modern challenge tomorrow with Dark Souls in between, and then Sunday is our every plate stream. Yeah, I guess maybe I could just do every plate stream on Sunday and then just still do Channel Fireball stuff after that, because that's not going to take too much time. Does streaming MTGO feel like work to me? I mean, yeah, like yes and no. Like it's work, but it's also like the coolest shit ever at the same time. It's like, but it's also like, you know, I'm also like actively and consciously putting on a show here. I'm not playing or engaging with Magic in the same way I would be without the stream, you know. There's a lot of work that goes into prepping and everything. A lot of off-stream work every day to have, you know, fresh list like almost every single day. So like, yes, it's work, but it's also like the coolest job ever. Discard Timeless Dragon. The combo is all will be won in combination with Quest of Pure Flame. Yeah, it is weird. We were just discussing Bone Crusher, and then boom, here it is. So 2/2. So if they want to kill Chandra, they have to not get their Ragavan hit. Okay. Yeah, so if we draw all the quests, we play quests, put a counter on Blast Zone, win the game. Just like this. Just like this. All will be won. Always yes, always yield. Yeah, like this deck getting to play Blast Zone, unlike the other versions, is really, really nice. The combo definitely feels really real. Way more real than I thought it would be. Okay, so we're up against like Boros Stoneblade, Pithing Needle. Can deal with Needle. So, you know, if they're playing the Fervent Champion version, which they might not be, they're playing a lot of weird cards. They're playing Fable and they're playing Timeless Dragon. So maybe they're like the Obosh deck, or they're playing Stoneforge Mystic because they can't help themselves. Anxious Hippo, 17 months. Thank you. Blood Moon probably not very good though. I think their deck even plays Blood Moon. Like a Shattering Spree. Have I tried the deck in a pure Enchantress shell? I think I saw Saffron Olive playing something like that yesterday. I just tuned in for a second. I don't think I remember the list, but it looked pretty fun. I tried to like brew it a couple times, and every time I start to get this together in a like Enchantress focused deck, it looks like worse than all the other spots. I think Seth had the tech of Out of Time plus the combo, which is kind of like fun, but another thing, like I always felt like the list was so full when I was trying to build a deck as an Enchantress deck. It was just like sometimes like a deck like just has like 68 cards with it and like no obvious cuts, and that happens maybe more often in decks like this that are, you know, adding an 8-card combo to, or, you know, 8 cards as a combo to a like a pretty established archetype, if that makes sense. I've been really liking Hazard. It was so good against Yawgmoth. Like, so the Stringogeist. 2 Ragavans. Did not draw. Pending my quest, that's okay. I feel like I just keep thinking about the game today we had with Murktide, where I just have not played a game that felt so similar to how Twin felt in a long time. It's just like we're up against the deck with a lower mana curve. We have our 2-card combo. We have to like play through the cheap counter magic, cheap permission, and like really, but the threat of the combo is like really real and hard for my opponent to play around. It was just, that was such a cool game. Such a cool game. Oh, I was hoping to cast this. Yeah, I know it's a meme, but I don't think I've played a game that felt so similar to how Twin felt in a long, long time. If I was expecting to play versus Yogg, 1 to 4 games, would Hazard be a consideration for Murktide? No, you just can't play red MDFC in your counterspell Murktide deck, probably, but you can play Pithing Needle and Grafdigger's Cage and, you know, good sideboard cards. Maybe I should just play Obosh. They shock, so they could have another Wear Tear here pretty easy. Looks like that's what they have if they're not using any mana here. Pithing Needle is one of the like most underplayed sideboard cards in Modern. I think that like to a big extent, one reason why Murktide or why Yawgmoth consistently does so well is that like people just don't have sideboard cards for it, or like dedicated sideboard cards. They have like splash damage and stuff, but like there's just not that many. Like, I'm playing 2 Pithing Needles in my sideboard for Yawgmoth. You know, I don't see that often. But, like, what's also nice about Needle is it has, like, splash damage against, like, Hammer and Karn the Great Crater decks and Grinding Station decks and Rin and 6 decks. Curse Totem. Dude, Curse Totem's awesome. Oh, wait, isn't it just worse than Pithing Needle, though? Because I guess it stops the mana. Does it stop mana abilities? Ragavan the Chump Blocker. Pretty sure they were supposed to Timeless Dragon, maybe? So I can, like, trade here. Yeah, that seems pretty crazy, then. Dude, imagine being the Yawgmoth player. You had a hard day at work. You had a hard day at work at the Microsoft Office factory. And you just are so excited to play F&M. And you sit down and your opponent curse totems you. They curse totem you on turn 2. In game 1. Oh man. Although it's like, you're playing Curse Totem in your deck while I'm playing Magda, and I feel especially targeted that you're playing Curse Totem. I just feel like you're really not respecting the fun of the game, and I really think that EDH is a fun format when I get to Clock of Omens combo with Magda, and it's not fun when you play Curse Totem, and then you just peer pressure your friends into cutting Curse Totem from their deck, and then you're good to go. Dude, Esper Sentinel is so good. Don't think I'm giving them the card here. Probably a good matchup though. I follow some people from EDH Twitter, and I like the people that I follow, and I'm not like dissing them. Oh, dude, I miss doing this. I haven't done this in so long. I guess I should actually bolt the Sentinel now. But it's just so funny. Like, I just see so many posts like, "Hey guys, I was thinking of adding this card to my deck. Do you think people would get mad? You think people would be upset if I added this card to my deck?" And it's just, I always think it's so funny. It's just a different world. It's just like they're just playing a different game. It could not be more different. It's just, I just think it's just so, I don't know. Yeah, and then also it's always a card that I would like never think would be an offensive card. You know what I mean? Like the cards that they ask, I'm like, yeah, it's like, oh, I don't know. But again, I like watching. I have EDH decks, and like I don't play very often these days. But like, in theory one day I'll play some more. Alright, let's get the Seasoned Pyromancer. I think I'm just discarding my other 3-drops here, playing towards this combo. Didn't draw any more lands. Kind of feels bad, but we're at 20 life, we've got blockers, we're doing alright. I don't actually play Clock of Omens combo with Magda, by the way. Just want to put big dragons into play. Yeah, I played one game of EDH at Magic 30 with the Nitpicking Nerds, who I was on their YouTube channel one time. They like put on this game show, which is like super fun. It was like I think it was me, Sam Rolf, and Kuro Hitsuchi. Okay, I don't think I'm saying his username correctly. It's been like 2 or 3 years at this point, but they've always been really nice. Been really nice to me. They subscribe to the channel too, despite me just being, you know, modern guy. Clock of Omens combo. Yeah, you see Clock of Omens plus Magda. Wait, do you not need something else? I think you need something else. Because in modern, don't you need Mothda's Changeling to go infinite? You need something to tap. You need something to tap your Magda, and then you untap it with Clock of Omens. Artifact Dwarf. Yeah, you need something. There's probably a few different cards that do it, but you can like tutor them right with Magda, and so like you just like Magda plus 2 activations goes infinite, is how it works. I think I have a 3 activation Magda that goes infinite though. With Atsushi, and then the so I have Atsushi, and then I have the 2-mana artifact that you can 2-mana artifact that you can, when a creature dies, you can pay 4 and return that creature to play with the artifact attached to it. They don't play enchantment removal of the main right. Nim Deathmantle. So I had that plus Atsushi, which when it dies you make 3 treasures, plus Ashnod's Altar, I think. Wait, do I really have Ashnod's Altar in the deck? I can't remember. I've made a lot of changes. But if I did have Ashnod's Altar, then you make infinite treasures with that loop, and then I know I at one point had Ashnod's Altar in the deck. So you make infinite treasures, and then instead of winning the game, I say, okay, look, I'm gonna make infinite treasures, and I'm gonna put all of the dragons from my deck into play. I'm gonna put all of the dragons from my deck into play, and if you can beat that, you can beat that. But if you can't, I win. I guess I should kill the Aspirant. We also just win here, so. This is modern. My opponent's casting Chancellor of the Annex. I'm Quest for Pure Flaming combo. Just a normal game of modern. And so, like, I was gonna say, if you have a board wipe, I'll lose to the board wipe. Because all I care about is putting all my dragons into play. Okay, running it back. I guess maybe Magus is like marginally better than Blood Moon. Turning off Mutavault something. Neither very good. I'll discard them and pitch them whenever I get them. Yeah, I don't think I don't have Terror of Peaks in my deck, because isn't that card like 50 or 60 bucks? Like, there's like, I just like can't bring myself to buy a Terror of the Peaks. I traded for almost all of the EDH deck. I bought some cards. I bought like most of the cheaper dragons, although my friend Tony traded me some of them. But the only expensive card I bought was a Grim Monolith. But I traded for like, no, I bought an Ancient Tomb too. But I traded for the Mana Crypts, and like all the other expensive cards. Had some from Modern too. Although Ancient Tomb was like a lot cheaper. Like, I didn't feel too bad about spending like 40 or 50 bucks on an Ancient Tomb, because like that's not Terror of the Peaks. And I've also always wanted to own a Grim Monolith. Like back when I was playing like a lot of EDH, like I had like a really like powered out EDH deck, but the one card like I never felt like I could afford, never felt like it was a really good buy was Grim Monolith, but I always wanted one. Okay, we'll keep Double Fury on the draw against this deck. Although they do have Shoal. Ponza. That's funny, that's funny. The Terror of the Peaks. Yeah, I always loved that card, Grim Monolith. I never played this deck in Legacy, and I don't know how it is now, but I always really liked the Mud Metalworker Grim Monolith decks in Legacy. They always looked so fun. They just always look like they were having the time of their lives, but I was just I would just only play Storm and Emrakuls and Delver and like Shardless Bug piles and stuff. Because the mud decks really, they're really cool, but they also didn't win very much, I guess. Well, that's the combo. Is 4 quests an infinite loop? I don't think so. Could go double Fury this turn, like put Obosh in my hand, Fury pitch Quest, Fury pitch Obosh. Could also just Fury pitch Quest, kill Adeline. Let's start with this. If they have a Shoal, we definitely need to. We definitely need to Fury again. Otherwise, it might be better to Blast Zone. Well, I guess the problem with Blast Zone is... Yeah, the problem with Blast Zone is that I'm just like it takes me a turn away from the combo, so I think I'm just gonna Fury again. Is its utility over Blast Zone worth it over something like Mirrodin's Core for cheaper card count? 100%, 1,000% yes. 1,000,000% yes. Okay. So I guess our best roll is maybe Seal of Fire. So what I'm gonna... Sokenzan, Chump. We'll see. Oh, they activated the wrong one. And they can't tap this for mana because it has Summoning Sickness. Not sure that how much the 2 damage matters. We'll see. It might actually be incredibly relevant. So I'm taking 4 this turn down to 8, and then jump here again. Take 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, dead anyways. Dead anyways. So if I could, I can't win this turn. Next turn I can win if I just cast all V1, activate Blast Zone. If I was at even 1 more life, I could block here, block Din on a 1/1. Maybe somehow they don't attack with both Mutavaults into all this open mana, and then I can untap and win. Probably also less to lose to like Shoal on 1. We also have game 3 on the play. Okay, they name Elemental with Cavern, so they have Solitude in their hand. They're thinking. They're definitely thinking. Dead to second activation. Well, we're not dead, but we don't have outs. Okay. Game 3. Maybe I should be playing Needle over Moon. That is very good. Is Throne of Death cute as Chalice Tech and Affinity Hammer? You're not scared of Chalice as Affinity, and you also can just like, you have other better answers like March that are more versatile than Throne. Yeah, I think Gutshot is like much worse than all the other spells we're playing. Like Seal of Fire can do a similar thing. But yeah, I think that Gutshot is too situational. It's just not a companion. It's not just like magically in your hand when you need it. Okay, this hand is really awful against Sanctifier, but like really good if they don't have Sanctifier, or good enough maybe. I'm gonna mulligan, I think. Okay. Let's keep this one. I actually think putting back, it's either Mountain or Fury. Put back the Mountain. Huh. Okay, that's fine with me. We can theoretically Blast Zone that, but we also like just don't need to worry about this too early. You could even use all be one as a burn spell sometimes. There's like, you know, Dart seems better. Yeah, Dart would be better because you loot it away for value than flash it back. Okay, 0 for 1, 2 for 1. So, yeah, we did mulligan, but head on cards now. Yeah, you can use the combo to just kill all of their permanents, which is, you know, good, I think. Am I really just discarding both Furies? I think I am. Their deck is really, really built to beat Fury. I need to draw, like, Blast Zone. Fable's a good one. Just need to, like, have cards that do something. So funny to just, like, oh, I guess Fury is not that good against this mono-white humans deck. But they also have Shoal, too, to, like, blow it out sometimes. Okay, Blast Zone would be awesome. Really just summoning the cards to the hand the last couple matches, huh? I'm not sure they were supposed to play this into the Blast Zone. Although I guess 2 Esper Sentinels with 2 counters on them is kind of good. We wait on the Blast Zone, so if they can't pre-combat Thalia's Lieutenant without having it die to the Blast Zone. Or pre-combat Luminarch Aspirant, I guess. So we can bolt the Aspirant, pay for both Sentinels. I'm definitely not that interested in letting them draw a card when they are top decking here. So we can do that. Next we're gonna go like dash Ragavan with Shinka up. Maybe trade, maybe not. I can attack for 2 also. Let's attack for 2. Yeah, Fury would be good here, huh? We did discard 2. I think it was, at the time, the right play. Okay, so we'll dash Ragavan. Attack with both 2 power creatures. Then Seasoned Pyromancer post-combat. Guess I'm Shinka-ing. Kind of close. I think since this game is going to go long, that I don't mind just getting my value. And now, honestly, like I can actually cast my Fable if I want to, that I'm killing one of the Sentinels. But they just pack it in, so... 0-1 into 4-1 is not too bad. Oxyvagonis, Kiki Jiki, love Frontline Medic. Love that card. So I think that this is the best version of this deck. I think that the all-in-one combo is really, like, at least it's the best one we found at the moment. I don't think it's super exciting. It is just the mono red Obosh deck with the combo. But I think the combo is good, and I think the combo fits in really well here. And so, you know, if you're an Obosh main, I would definitely consider, you know, trying this out. I think I'm kind of unlikely to play many more than like just this one league since again I don't think that there's I'm pretty happy with where the list is, and it's not super exciting to me, but I do think it's pretty good, and I wanted to play like at least one league on stream / YouTube so y'all can see it. That's gonna be it for me today. I wish I could play some Dark Souls. Controller is still broken though.